I had a really constructive meeting with Home Secretary, some of her ministerial colleagues, and leaders of the CST, which is the organisation that helps protect Jewish communities from threats. We all recognise this is really unprecedented times. The convergence of a range of issues, starting from hostile states, the Iranian threats that have been pushed out across the world, including onto the streets of the UK with 15 threats we've seen here over the last 18 months. The horrific and gruesome terrorist attack by Hamas, killing over 1,000 Jews, which is stirring up issues across the world, including here, and causing anxiety and fear, and also aggravating our own terrorist threats here. And we've got over 500 cases of related to Islamist terrorists ongoing in the UK that colleagues are investigating. The growth in hate crime against Muslim communities in London is up threefold, but against Jewish communities it's 13-fold compared to this time last year for this period. That's a horrific number, and it's not surprising that communities in that context are fearful and anxious, and that's what we were talking about today. On top of course, the protests which sort of give vent to a whole range of different opinions. I was explaining how we are absolutely ruthless in tackling anybody who puts their foot over the legal line. We're accountable for law. We can't enforce taste or decency, but we can enforce the law. And we've made 34 arrests so far over the recent process. We've got another 22 cases on the back of those where we're searching for individuals, trying to identify people from photos. And our counter-terrorism teams have got 150 cases triaged out of nearly 1,500 referrals. 150 cases of behaviour online, which is a deep concern that we're going after those individuals. So there's a massive amount of operational work going on, and it's important you can help, frankly, with making that visible to communities that we're doing that, because we really get this. And then the conversation finished really around the line of the law, and it's our job to enforce to that line. It's Parliament's job to draw that line, and the thought that maybe events of the moment are illustrating maybe some of the lines aren't quite in the right place. There have been reports from Counter-Extremism Commission and the Law Commission, and more recently from Sir John Saunders with the Manchester Inquiry Inquest, talking about the law needed to change to be stronger at dealing with extremism. And I know the Home Secretary and her colleagues are really charged with that and thinking hard about that. So a constructive meeting in difficult times where sober and determined heads are what's required.